Hello, folks. In the previous podcast, I had dealt with Seamus Heaney's poem, Digging. So today, I have come up with Heaney's another poem, Punishment. The inspiration for this poem comes from P.V. Globe's book, The Bog People, which was written in 1965. And this book deals with archaeological study of bodies that were preserved in the bogs of northern Europe. This book actually talks about the dead body of a young girl who was believed to be killed on the charge of adultery. And as a punishment, her hair had been shaved and a band covered her eyes and a halter or a rope was tied around the neck for breaking the tribal laws. This poem appears in poetry collection of Heaney which is named North, written in 1975. It was first of his works that directly dealt with the troubles in Northern Ireland. The Troubles is also known as irregular war, low level war, or Northern Ireland conflict. It was an ethno nationalist conflict in Northern Ireland during late 20th century and it was started in 1960s and ended in 1998 with Good Friday Agreement. This bog body that you can see in this poem is basically metaphorically compared here with the punishment given to modern girls by our IRA, that is Irish Republican Army, prevalent at the time of the Troubles. These girls were shaved, stripped, covered in tar and feathers, and tied to railings in Belfast for being too friendly to British troops. The speaker here confesses that he was helpless to intervene in that brutality. All he could do is to watch like an artful warrior. This poem begins with first person with I, so it suggests that it has a personal tone. And the poet says that he feels it. That suggests that the poet has a sensitive nature. In the first stanza, we see that a rope is tucked at the back of the neck of a girl, and there is a wind blowing, and the girl is led naked to the bog. In the second stanza, there's a visual imagery about her frail or vulnerable body. In the third stanza, we can see her body is drawn along with stones and rods and bows to make sure it remains at its place. The fourth stanza describes that the girl is when dug up appears metaphorically like a barked sapling. That is, in the past she might have been a young and supple girl, but in the present she is a tough and seasoned oak bone and brain firkin. That means she is as hard as a wood, her bone is as hard as a wood, and her brain is like a firkin. Firkin is actually a small cask in which beer is filled. The first stanza tells us about her shaved head, which is like a corn stubble, blackened by her age. So, here the expression of her soiled bandage or blindfolded eyes show the empathy of the speaker towards this girl, as if her wounds could be healed. Noose means to hang her. It actually becomes a metaphorical ring which symbolizes trust and love within which she can keep her memories. With the expression of my poor scapegoat, the poet is here sympathizing with the girl because here she is a scapegoat. A scapegoat is someone who gets the blame for what others have done. There's a biblical reference of a scapegoat. Here in Bible, it's mentioned that once a priest laid the sins of people on a goat, and then the goat was sent to the desert. In the eighth stanza, the poet regrets for not being present at the execution to rescue this girl. It may be the fact that she was punished by her tribal elders, and he assumes that she might be a scapegoat with the fact that she was punished by tribal elders to just show an example of the extent of punishment by these tribal people if you will do anything that is tabooed by them, which is against a tribal law. Now, ninth stanza here is where the poet is closely inspecting at her body, her brain, her muscles, and numbed bones. In the next stanza, that is 10th one, he moves to the modern era. Now, here he compares between past and the present. So, here with the sentence, the betraying girls, he is referring to the modern girls who get punished for keeping the company of British soldiers or to be too much friendly with British soldiers. So here lies Irish army versus British army, and they are executed as adulteress. The poet says nothing and he does nothing, but he understands why the tribe carrying out revenges, that is, they carry out these revenges to keep control and their power. In terms of literary devices, you will find assonance, alliteration in the phrases like nape of the neck, rigging of her ribs, body in the bog, etc. You will also find internal rhyme, metaphor, and simile, and enjambment, etc. So I'm hoping that you have understood and enjoyed this poem. Stay tuned. Thank you.